We start at our seated position. And whatever that is for you, whether those legs are crossed or they're out in front, have the hand resting just where is comfortable for you. And we'll just root down in our seated position. It's finding that that spine is nice and lengthened on the inhale. And just making those roots on the exhale. Just allowing the shoulders to drop. Just letting the stress of the day ease off. As we tune into the breath. It's nice, long, calming inhales. And just easing any tension and stress in the exhale. It's making sure that chin is tucked in so the back of the neck is long. And just sitting in stillness. Just hearing the sounds and the movements of each breath. Just letting this calm and still you. All the while, always finding that length in the inhale as we make those roots on the exhale. And just allowing the mind to clear and still. Just any thoughts drifting away. And then we'll work with the 3 parts breath. So we'll take it bit by bit. If you wish, you can use the hands as a guide. Or they can stay where they are. So to begin, the palms may come on the chest as we just inhale, just filling those lungs. As we exhale, those lungs contract. Repeating again. Feel them expanding out to the side. So they contract back in. As we move it now to the ribs. You can hold the ribs any way. Or just visualize the breath here. It's the same move as we inhale, filling the ribs. Feeling them expanding out to the side. As they exhale, contracting back. Repeating again. And when you've done that, you'll move it to the tummy. So inhale as that tummy breath fills the tummy. So we exhale as that contracts as well. Repeating again. Lovely. And when we've had those 3, let's combine all 3 areas. So you can use the hands if you want. As we inhale, filling the lungs, ribs, and the tummy. As we exhale as the tummy contracts, ribs and lungs. Now to your breath, repeat this twice more. Using the hands if you want or not. Slow, controlled breaths. Ellie out. It's rooting down through the sit bones. Just having your 3. Sorry, just letting a cat out. And when you've had those 3, just letting it go. We'll take one final one. So a big inhale, filling the ribs, tummy and lungs. But this time, through parted lips, sigh it away. Just allowing that breath to return to normal. Just observing the difference. And then we'll work through the neck as we usually do. So in a lengthening inhale, as we exhale, looking up, stretching the front. Every inhale to center. As we exhale, looking down. Inhale, center. Then an ear to a shoulder on the exhale. As we inhale back, other side. But for a little change, when you come back to center, just exhale, twisting the head over any shoulder. As we inhale back, other side. And when you come back, we'll do one more round. Exhale as we stretch. Inhaling to center. Looking down. And then ears to shoulders. And when the ears have gone to the shoulders, twisting over. And when you've done that, whatever you want, whether that's rolling the neck around nice and loose and free, you can bring the shoulders into it as well if you want. Just keeping everything even. You've rolled one way, just rolling the other. And in time, it's coming back to your lengthened, seated position, finding that spine long and light again. As we get ready to work in seated cat, still awakening the spine briefly. So with that spine lengthened, if the legs are crossed, just the palms on the thighs, or if they're out in front, just where they land. So as we inhale, curling from that base, looking up. As you exhale, curling from the base, looking down. Breath by breath. And if you have the legs crossed, with the palms, this can almost be like a pull and push movement. So kind of pulling the palms, drawing yourself up. As you exhale, almost pushing them away. And when we've worked evenly, it's coming back to that flat back, lengthened position again. Rooting it all down. And then we'll work our way through to all fours. Any way you like. Whether you're rolling over the knees, or whatever way you choose to come. And just settling into your all four position. Whether you're on palms or it's on fists. It's finding that spine nice and lengthened. And then working in full cat. So inhale, curling from the base, looking up again. As we exhale, looking down. Breath by breath. So observing the difference between all four cats and when we were seated. Awakening the spine as we compress the discs and make space. And again, when we've worked evenly, just inhaling up, As we exhale down, keeping it here, sinking yourself back into your child. Adjusting just so it's comfortable for you, whether that's widening the knees or the hips are higher. Just allowing the chest and head to sink down to the mat. Just hearing the sounds and movement of each breath. Just letting this ease you down just a little bit more each time. And if you like, you can just inhale, lifting the palms onto the fingertips. Just feeling that stretch, just move that little higher up the back. Lowering those palms at any point. As we inhale, back up, all fours. Getting ready to work the core a little. And let's just stretch all the limbs out. So that spine lengthened. And on your inhale, let's just send one leg back, pointing the toes down, sneaking a stretch across the back of the leg. We're not holding, just exhaling it back down. Other leg to your breath. Inhaling out, stretching it out. Exhale down, moving to the arms. As you inhale, reaching one out. Exhaling that down. Other one. Exhale down. Once more. Inhale, just reach. Exhale down. So you work all the way around. And when we've done all that, you can probably guess where we're going next. An arm and a leg. Inhaling one leg out and the opposite arm. Exhale down. Other side. Inhale, and you'll probably get that small curve in the spine as well. As we exhale down. Once more. You can almost see how this is a little similar to cat. Now, when we've done this round, you probably know what's happening. Same again. Inhale, arm and leg out. Can the elbow and knee touch on the exhale? So you're curling that spine, lovely. Inhale and reach. Exhale down. Other side. Inhale and reach. Exhale, bending elbow and knee. They may touch, they might not. As we inhale and reach. And down. Twice more. If you don't want to do it twice, don't. Oh. Keep your balance. Oh, touch. So strengthening the arms, the shoulders, the core, the legs, everywhere. Now, when you've had your 3, only in your time, coming back to your all fours and just sinking down to your comfortable child. And whatever that may be, just letting that body settle here. feeling the warmth in the core and lower back, and the thighs. And just breathing as we ease it all out. And then, in the next breath or two, can we come up into dog? So from our child, let's inhale, coming up to all fours, tucking those toes. Next inhale, sinking those hips up as we power through the legs. Do exhale, sending that chest and head through. Giving that head a little wiggle, just so it's nice and loose. Now we're going to hold dog for quite a few breaths, so if you want to lower down at any point for a rest, please do. So to start, you can have that walk from foot to foot if you like. Having that stretch into those back of the legs. And then, just sink those heels back into stillness for a second. Can we work with the breath? So can we inhale, lifting the heels almost so we're on our toes? Exhale, sinking the heels back. Twice more. Inhale, heels up. Exhale and sink back. Take a breath or two in stillness. And then, let's just exhale. Back down, all fours. You can sink into child again. Just taking those energizing inhales. And releasing tension on the exhales. And then, in your time, inhale, back up all fours. Don't worry, we're not staying here. I think we've been on these rests a while. So, because we're not coming onto the rests, can we come onto the elbows? So lowering that elbow, well, both of them, where the palms were. Can allow that head and chest just to sink down. It's letting time and gravity just extend the back bend here. Now, you can stay here if you like, or if you want, you can work it into the core as well. As we tuck the toes under. Lengthening the legs and the torso so it becomes a plank. Now remember, you can lower those knees at any point. And as we hold this, using the breath to calm and still and find the length. And then, the next breath or two, we can lower the chest to the mat. Maybe you want to lower the knees first. Just take a hold of those elbows. Just resting the forehead on the forearm. Just letting everything settle down here on our fronts. And then, in your time, let's come up into Sphinx. So bringing these elbows under the shoulders. Those palms facing down. And if this is too much of a curve on the lower back, you can bring those elbows forward a little. Now with the chest, as we inhale, it's almost as if that chest is drawing out. You can look forward if you like. Just feeling the body sinking onto the mat. And then with the palms planted and without moving them, can we just inhale, just taking a pull, pulling the palms towards us. You may just feel that move up the spine. As we exhale and release. Twice more. Inhale, gentle pull. As we exhale and release. And then just exhale, peeling the spine down. As you bring the palms in line with the chest. You can rest one cheek on the mat. So getting ready to work in Cobra. And if you don't want to do Cobra, you can come back to where we were. So in your time, big inhale, powering through the arms, keeping the shoulders dropped, lifting up as much or as little as you like, not holding, exhale, tensing the buttocks, peeling the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Twice more. Inhale and lift. Exhale, peeling down. Now, when you've had your 3, can we inhale up and hold for 3? If you don't want to hold, then don't. So same with the chest. Inhale, that chest expanding out. We give into the mat. When you've done the 3, peeling down on the exhale. You can just rest the opposite cheek on the mat this time. Just taking a few breaths of stillness. And then we'll just counter stretch as we sink ourselves back into child. So inhale, powering up via all 4s. Just exhale. Now take this slowly, just feeling that release in the spine. Just letting everything settle here. And then inhale, back up all 4s. And we're going to come back onto the elbows. So in your time, lowering down, planting the palms on the mat. And from here, can we work our way up into dog, but with the elbows on the mat? So you can take it slow, in your time, tucking the toes under. Now as you inhale, lifting the hips up. Now chances are, you maybe want to walk the feet in a little more. If you want, maybe widening the elbows. I'm not going to recommend it, but we're almost set up for a headstand here. Making the space in the spine. And in time, just exhale, knees down. Sinking those hips back just briefly in child. And what can be nice here, you can just lift the palms onto the fingertips. Really stretching through the spine. And then, can we inhale, to lifting up to our low kneeling. Can bring those knees together, that chest lifted, chin tucked in. Just a quick work on the thighs as we come up to stand. So, keeping the spine straight, don't lean forward or back, and that forces us to use the thighs. Inhale, feeling the burn. You can tuck those toes under. Spine is still lengthened. Exhale, back down. And we're just going to roll over onto the toes to come up to stand. So spine lengthened. You can bring the arms up as a balance. And then inhale. Sinking down to your lengthened standing position. Feeling nice and tall. Rooting down. Chin tucked in, everything long. And the shoulders dropping. We'll just settle here, as we always do. Slow inhale, reaching up. Palms together. Get everything back to heart center in the exhale. Once more, that move as slow as your breath. And we'll just keep the palms at heart center. Just tucking that chin back in. As we inhale tall, rooting it down through the feet. And I think we just need to ease these wrists off so we can interlock the fingers. Just bringing the thumb roughly in line with the eye. And with one hand, just to start rotating. So one hand is doing the work, the other one is just following. And this is as slow or as fast as you need it to be. It's being sure to go both ways if you haven't yet. And as we draw this back, let's just send these interlocked fingers along one. And now the other hand can start doing the work. The other wrist just follows. Lovely. We draw this one back. Can separate the interlocked fingers. We're just going to shake it down. Just starting at the head. It's a nice loose shake off. Slowly working your way down through the body. That's it. Let's move it into the sides. So just zigzag the feet, just out 1, maybe 2 steps. Doesn't matter if those toes are forward or slightly out as we work into a side. So one arm, inhaling it up. Exhale, tipping over. Not holding. If you want a challenge for the core, you can inhale both arms up. exhale over. Once more to each side. And then final one, but we're going to hold it this time. So as we exhale over to the first side, perhaps inhale, top arm might reach. Perhaps lowering down. Just feeling that nice stretch all the way through this side, down to the foot. Other side. As we inhale up. Exhaling over. Perhaps reaching that top arm. Just feeling the stretch. Just easing with each exhale. We inhale. Back up. Palms together. Drawing everything back to heart center. And the shoulders dropped. And then releasing the palms. Now, our feet are quite nicely set up. So, can we swivel forward? So the hips are pointing forward. This is not warrior, so it's not a very big step. So let's use the excuse. Let's stretch these back legs a little more. Inhale, tall in the spine. So we exhale, tipping forward. Keeping that spine lengthened though. If that front knee needs to bend, just allow that to happen. So we should be feeling this in the front leg and the back one. Releasing that a little bit more with each exhale. Two. We inhale, back up. Now 2 options. You can reset yourself, or we can swivel it all the way back. Just might need to sort the feet out though. And when you're ready, inhaling tall, we exhale and tip. Remembering the front leg can bend if it wants. Just easing with each exhale. Do we inhale? Back up. Nice and tall. And just stepping that in. And that was the calm before the storm. So now, full warrior. So wherever you are, big step, whether it's forward or back. So bring the hips to the side this time, or just slightly off. Front toes forward, back toes just pointing in. With the hands on the hips, just to keep the hips nice and level. Now remember, it's that chest puffing on the inhale. As we exhale, can we bend the front leg? Just take that peak, that knee and ankle aligned. Inhale, spine tall. Perhaps the arms come up. If you're feeling balanced, looking over the front fingers. Now as we hold here, with each inhale, as if these arms get longer, the spine lengthened, can we exhale, sinking a little more? Now, only if you want a challenge, you can inhale as you lift the front heel. This is not for everyone, and that's really strong in the thigh. Just using that breath, lengthening, calming and energizing. Let's exhale. Let's just bring the front elbow onto the thigh. This back arm can wrap around. It might come on the front thigh or just rest on the lower back. Just so this top shoulder is nice and open. And if you wish, you can inhale as that back arm lifts up. Now the front arm can stay on the thigh if it wants, or maybe it lengthens too. These are all options. And then, again optional, you can inhale as that front leg lengthens and it becomes triangle. And then a big inhale. Let's swing everything up. Other side. So again, reset or swivel. If you swivel, you probably can't see me. What are we doing? Yeah. Legs wide, back toes in, front ones forward, hips to the side. Hands on hips to keep them even. Breathing in nice and tall, that chest puffed. Exhale, front leg bends. Checking that alignment of the ankle and knee, adjust if you need. Inhale, breathing tall. Perhaps the arms come out. And maybe looking over those front fingers if you're balanced. Settling in on this side. Inhale, those arms almost getting longer while the spine gets taller. Exhale, maybe those hips sink. If you want that challenge, you can lift that heel up onto the toes. Maybe not. It's allowing the breath to hold you in the position. And then, exhale, that elbow onto the thigh. Back arm wrapping around to wherever it goes. And in time, if you want, inhaling that back arm up. You can take that look up to it if you wish. And then maybe the front arm lengthens too. And maybe, as we inhale, the leg lengthens. And then finally, big inhale. Dropping those arms. Zigzag or big step in. And what you probably want is just a nice wiggle of these feet. And then with the feet ready, can we work inner tree? How balanced are we feeling tonight? Good? Bad? Stressed? Right, we've got two options. So I think we all know our normal tree, but we have another option too. But we're going to start with the feet first. So those feet planted. Usual as we inhale, lifting one heel up. Finding the spine lengthened. Can we bring this knee out in front? Now if you wish, you can bring the arms out here. So what this is going to become, if you want to continue with a regular tree, you can. But can we bring one elbow on top of the other? So it's our eagle arms. They might wrap. Maybe Can we wrap the leg too? Now this foot, in the pictures it goes behind the ankle, but I think you can see how far off mine is. And then, can exhale down. So it's a chair, eagle, tree thing. So your option, and you've always got this if you prefer. So everything is going on in the body here. Now inhale, powering through the standing leg. Release it all. Reset. So I think we know what's happening now. So remember, you have the option of the other tree if you wish. And if you want a wall close by, take it. Inhale, that other heel comes up. This chest is lifted. And bringing this knee up in front. Next inhale, if you want, can the arms come up? Send the other elbow on top. If you can remember what one that is. Wrapping that leg around. And then you're ready. Exhale, sinking down. All the while, breathing in tall in the chest. Maybe exhale and sink. Inhale up. And unravel. Doing what you need. Then we'll work our way to the floor. Just take a nice slow forward fold. Breathing in tall. As we exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the shoulders, bending the knees, using the tummy as brakes. Taking several breaths to lower down. Just feeling through all the vertebrae in the spine. When you're down, just hanging nice and loose. Whether that's holding ankles, the arms are hanging, or you're holding the elbows. Just feeling that release in the lower spine. Now, if you wish, you can plant the palms, stepping back into dog. You can hold the dog for a few breaths if you like. Or at any point, just lowering down to your all fours. So we sink it back into child. And if you're still up, just thinking about lowering down in the next breath or two. And just settling in your child. Tuning into that breath. Just drawing it all the way around the body. Observing where you've worked. Finding calm and stillness. As we inhale, drawing in the energy. As we inhale, coming back to our all fours. As we work our way through to seated. Any way you like. Whether that's rolling over the ankles, but sending those legs out in front, ready for a twist. Use any blocks or props that you want. Finding yourself nice and lengthened. Just rooting down. Sorry, I'm not aligned. It drives me nuts. There we go. Now I'm tangled. Shoulders are dropped. Chin's tucked in. If you wish. Inhaling one leg in. As we exhale, stepping it over. Just taking that hug. Finding the spine long. And if you prefer, both legs can stay out in front. The front heel maybe tucks in beside the hips. Or maybe that stays in front as well. Now, same arm as the front leg. So exhale it around, tucking it close into the hips. Breathing in tall. So we exhale, twisting over. Elbow may come across the thigh. Or you can hold it as you were. And in this held twist position, always breathing that length in the spine. Maybe easing around a little more, maybe not. Just tuning into the breath. Just letting it guide you around. And just reminding the spine that it's still nice and tall. Or has it slipped a little? Can you ease around a little more in the exhale? And then in your time, inhale that back arm up to shoulder height. As we exhale, following it around the front. Having that hug as we release. Ready for the other side. Just resetting our lengthened position here. Inhaling the other leg in. Stepping that across. Option of the front heel. Maybe it comes in or maybe it stays in front. You're ready, just having that hug nice and tall, shoulders dropped. We exhale this other arm around. Breathing in tall. And exhale into our twist. It's finding the spine nice and long. Each exhale, perhaps moving or just feeling the release. Can you observe the breath more prominent in the side of the lung now? And reminding the spine that it's still nice and low. And then inhale, the back arm up to shoulder height. So we exhale back around, a lengthening hug. As we release, before we come to lie down, if you want, you could just roll the legs off, taking a hold of the thighs with the hands, just rolling so the hands are doing the work. The legs just follow. When you're ready, and come to our lying down. So loosely bending the legs, spine nice and lengthened. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, peeling down. Slowly, slowly. The last thing down is the shoulders, and then the head. And when that happens, you can just hug those knees into the chest. Having a rock, or enjoying the stillness. And if you're rocking, the knees go one way, the head may go the other. And gently, just coming back to center and stillness. Let's just send these feet down, tucked quite close into the hips. It's for a very brief bridge. So with those palms planted beside us, face down, that chin tucked in, let's start with pelvic tilting. So we inhale, just gently peeling the hips up just slightly. So we exhale them down, breath by breath. Now, if you want to expand into bridge, you can. As we inhale, powering through the legs, the hips lifting up to the ceiling, not holding. Just exhale, peeling the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Twice more. Slow and controlled moves. And if you wish, you can inhale as you lift up, holding for 3 breaths. If that count is 1 instead, that's fine. When you've had those 3, peeling down again on the exhale. As we take a hold of each knee individually to counter stretch, as we draw them out and up to the sides of the chest. Whether still or rocking is your choice. And then, in time, let's just lift the arms and legs up into the air. As much as the bend as is needed. You can have a rotate and shake around if you wish. Being sure to work evenly. And then, as we inhale, drawing the arms through the legs. Taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet. Again, the knees just guiding out and up. Rocking or still. And the next breath or two, you can just lower down to your relaxation position in whatever that is. Settling into the mat here. Just feeling supported by the earth. Just tuning into the breath, just letting it soothe, calm and settle. but just guide it around the body. So with each inhale, you draw in the energy in the white light as it fills up through the lungs. It just radiates around the body. It's guiding it around every part. It fills and energizes the head. The exhale, releasing the tension and stress. As it moves down to the shoulders, down through the arms, and then down through the chest and the upper back, to the tummy, to the hips. And then down further through the legs, gradually working its way to the tips of the toes. That breath fills the whole body, brimming with energy and white light. As you exhale, as that light diminishes, it drifts away, carrying all the tension and stress, leaving you calm and still. In your time, drawing the attention back to this moment. And you can wiggle the toes and fingers as you make small movements. And in time, hugging the knees in toward the chest. And eventually, rolling over to any side. That brief moment of pause. You open the eyes here and lifting yourself up to your comfortable seated position, whatever that is. Spine long, shoulders dropped. And just one final time, we'll practice the 3-part breath. Inhale, filling the lungs, ribs and tummy. As we exhale, tummy contracts, ribs and then lungs. And again, filling the body, but let's sigh the breath away. The breath returning to normal. So inhale, reaching the arms up above. We exhale back to heart center, bowing our heads, giving thanks. Namaste.